All right, seems we're live. Let's get started. Welcome. In this session, I'm working on the CLI Builder version 7, and I've planned to do this for a while, and um, today just find some time to do it because at work I actually need to use this. So I'm going to spend some time on it, and hopefully I can get closer to completion. I won't able to finish it in 1 hour, but we'll see how far we go. So just if you don't know, CLI Builder is a CLI Builder that I wrote, an open source project, and to build CLI. Right, and this is version 7, and what's special about it is it's pretty strong on code completion and allow you to extract. It will extract the argument types and the options type automatically for you, but there was some limitation in version 6, and in version 7 I'm trying to address that. Without further ado, let's get started. All right, as always, I again forgot about changing the title. Okay, so what you are seeing here is some work I already have, and the past work is in this CLI folder, create CLI and create plugin CLI. Oh, I also forgot for people who didn't know about the tools, another strength of this CLI builder is it allows you to write plugin for your CLI. So I use it in multiple of my own work, and able to spread the command that is used by the CLI into multiple projects and then connect them together. So that's another string point. So well, in this version 7 is in this CLI folder, and at the middle of adding a simple get fixture path function over here, so that I can use it. So let's quickly continue my work. So in this one, maybe I will talk a little bit less because that's not much to talk about at this point, at the moment, and we'll see. All right, I need to update the test code. Yep. Okay. Right, that should give me still one error. Only. No, did not. Get fixture have. Yeah, this should give me that. low app info. So let's see what I get. No figure self. No, yeah, this is correct. This looks correct and open over here, and it should able to pick up the app path. I have removed that in my data structure. So now this should pass. Yes. All right. So let's fix my test, and then we'll talk. All right. Then over here, as you choose, let me name it as right. Good. Let's do a cleanup over here. Is the low app info. So what I'm doing, I was in the middle of separating some code. So let's give you an overview of what this is. So this is the entry point of the code. Actually, let me rename this to options also. So when you create it, you can specify an options, and then inside you have multiple functions you can use. Like say this low config, low plugin, define the default commands, and so on. So this is a difference. This is a departure of the version 6, which at least I have separated the create CLI, the normal CLI builder, and also the plugin version. But in version 7, I'm combining them together. So, and then another thing is I also make the low config part explicit. So in the version 6, the low config was an implicit operation. It will try to load this explicit. So I'm just at the beginning stage and setting up the get the application state that will be used by all of the other functions. Right. So here it is, and then let's run everything. I should still have one failed test. But the way the test fell was different. So it's supposed to return the single CLI back to me, but it does not. Well, because of this is not passing the agent. It's all it's still failing on that. So let's take a look. what I get here. The find up did not. Interesting. Why is that? Let's see. Because this seems like it is not, it certainly is not returning the information that I want. So, okay, the CW, what? Why the CW is an error? That's definitely not right. So app path, this is correct. Well, no, the app path is incorrect. Oh, didn't expect that to be incorrect. It was doing the right thing. Oh, didn't expect it to fail here like that. Let's see. Build CLI. Oh, here. Hold on. Hold on. I see. Stupid. Because I am changing this. So okay. So what happened is the way I designed this for this new code is I first of all over here I indirect the CLI to this build CLI function. So and supplying a application context and then pass it in. The reason I do that is so that I can test the code by supplying all the dependencies that I want. For example, in the test, I create a mock application context by specifying a different location. The location meaning where that code is actually getting executed. Because for the CLI tools, what I need is for it to go to the where the code is executed. So say for example, you create a CLI tools, right? And then someone else using your CLI tools in their project. Then when I try to get the information about the tools, what I try to do here is trying to get the name of the CLI tools if it was not found. So there are several information in there. I want to get the package JSON for the CLI tools that you create. and from there I get the name and the description, the version, that have information automatically if you did not subscribe it. So it's kind of a convenient way to use the application, use the CLI tool, use the CLI builder. So that's what I'm doing. So in order to do that, instead of just getting the current working directory, the CWD from process, I need to actually figure out where the program is being executed, because your CLI tools, when you install it, you install in the when it's getting used, it will be in the project directory and then goes into the modules node modules folder, and then go to your CLI application, and then over there, and that's where I want to get the package.json from, right? And then I don't want to just simply, well, I need to get the location where it is getting executed. So to do that, I'm using the stack trace to figure out where that location is, and then from there look up and find the package.json. So that is a external dependencies. And during test, if I'm just use like here, like this line, if I doing this, then that means I will, during test, I will get this folder where I am executing the test from, and I won't able to test the code that I want to test. So therefore, I put that functionality into this app context, and so that when they try to load the information, I can mock it. So the problem is here is that I used to originally have that function defined inside this application context, and the function of resolving the stack in this function. But I have just removed that and refactor it to outside to this get app path, and this actually is an external dependencies. So over here now, since I'm trying to get it like, call it like this and create a stack over here, it completely messed up my test. Right, so what I need to do is put this into the context, okay, into here. So that's what I need to do. So get this, okay, get app path, get app path, get app path. There's no duplicate identifier. What it? Oh, it's already here. Okay. All right, like that. Then in the mock, I also need to mock this. Actually, for the low app info, now this, no, I still need to mock this because it used the find up to look at the package. Package.json. So speaking of that, should I? No, it should be separate. So export function. Well, actually, I don't really need to export, but I do it anyway. This is just mock code, and then I'm going to move it somewhere else. Mock get app path. And then same thing, fixture file path string. Okay, and that's when I put this information in. context dot get add path equals to, I don't care what the input, but get add path I want to stack in there. Okay, like that. So, and then for this one, I'm not receiving anything anymore. I don't need this. And then the CWD equals to context dot get add path. Anything really matter? Then that will give me the CWD, and then I'm going to pass that in. Or I can, well, yeah, let's keep it that way. So here I don't need that information. Instead, I need mock get add path and pass the context and fixture path in. Okay. So now here I am, instead of doing it like this, I am going to do get add path from here. So I don't need this anymore. Ah, I forgot to return. All right, what's the it passed? It's actually passed because I have implemented the right info, right code already. It's okay. So let me moving all of these. Good. This. There you go. There you go. All right. Get one thing passed. So let's take a look at what I have here. So when the configuration is not specified, it will exit when no bin is in package. Okay. So, and then when I will get the name from the single, and then I will also get the name from package bin object. So let's also write that. I know that is good. That is working. So bin A. So there is a motor bin here, and a bin A I should receive CLIA. So this should fail, and it should give me CLIA exactly. Okay. So, yep, that passed those tests. Okay, let's run everything. Make sure that they all pass it. The other should be. This is completely separate and completely rewrite it once again. There you go. All right. So sure. Get name from get name from bin. Kind of slow. What's going on? So that is working. So now let's go on to the next one. So it will throw if the call path is not in bin. I was thinking about like that. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, this is still valid. So let's do a simpler one. So single bin ABC, right? So when that is called, I should spell with something like this. Yep. So just in case, console info ctx reporter logs. Stop it. Want to run that. So I'll get something like this. It's the same error. It say unable to locate a package JSON in. Oh, hold on a second. Why I get undefined over here? That is a problem. That's what happens when I don't check. Oh, the app path is undefined. Hold on a second. That shouldn't be the case. Why the app? Oh, that's because the file doesn't exist. Yeah, of course. The file doesn't exist. Let me actually add the file. abc dot other. Let's call it other. All right. So and then in the test, I say other. Because that really shouldn't be the case. If we can actually execute it, the file got to be exist. So that's not a valid thing. So this show D drive, blah blah blah, and that location. All right. So that's good. Okay. So that's working. Actually, let me also do that. Not throw. Exit. Exit if call path is not listed in bin. Okay. Path not in bin test. What this will say is okay. So that's a test added. And then the last test here is saying CLI. I will get the default settings. Okay, so this is actually talking about something else. Get options automatically. I have a name which I already checked over here. Is get name. Right, so actually to separate it, let me do. So I have this. Let me move the error case up here. So this will get it from package.json string, and then this, well, the bin string, and this will be a bin record, a bin object, and then this will get version, and then this, well, it's okay to expose it. So let's see which one. I have a 1.0. Well, let's make it a little bit more interesting. So get this is from this single, and then the bin is bin, and then the version should be 1.3. Okay, and then over here is that I have this state. I can do this, and that should work. All right. So, oh, I left the log in here. That. Okay, so that take care of this whole session. So the low config, low plugin, this actually should be up. And then, well, actually should be outside. Right. And when that's not specified, it will have all those tests. And if specified, well, it's just too straightforward. I'm not bothered to test it. So what? Well, let's say versions. We just know that the versions could be empty. That's okay. We're not going to write any test. All right. So let's have another check-in. Change it to 1, 2, 3. Then let's just start calling it feature. Expose version. All right. Oh. All right, let's go for the next one. So now we get the basic information. We get the name and version of the CLI. Oh, get the description. Not complete. Get version as get description. Why do I need to do an async over here? Let's see. No, I don't have to, because I'm not calling it yet. So over here, again, so this guy doesn't have a description. If it is If the package JSON does not have the description, it will be just empty string. It will be just empty string. First of all, when it is this, yeah, let's write a test for it. Don't feel like leaving it. Let's use this no bin. I think this will work. No version in package JSON receive empty version string. Okay, because I don't want it to print out undefined or something like that when I try to print help. So same thing over here, and then this will be the degenerate one, no bin, and no bin. This is called index, and then this would be a empty string. Okay, because the name really should have it, and if it doesn't even have name, I don't know what to say. Well, yeah, let's also add that test in. For the name, get name from package, get name from this, and no name, receive empty name string. Open this, even no name. Okay, that I need to create another one. No name. Like that. So this is kind of it is a case. It's a very low chance case. Well, I really shouldn't say low chance, because another use case for the CLI builder is you just try to create some development tools locally, or and you are not even planning to publish it or something. You want to use the parsing capability of it to do something quick. So in that case, you will create, say, a script in your project, say under the script subfolder, and so from there, it will go back to your package JSON, and then in your package JSON, if your repository is set up as a mono repo, then maybe you do not have a name, right? So in that case, we need to do something else, right? We need to do something else, and maybe it's okay to use the directory name as the name of the CLI, because we just can't find any, and of course we can also just spell it, but maybe doing that little trick would provide a slightly better user experience, right? So that's what I'm going to do. So that's why although it really sounds silly, but when you look into it, yeah, we can come up with some solution. So with this, we are expecting this to return no name. Of course, this will fail. And then we will go ahead and write that code. All right, so it failed as expected. So now the thing is getting this app state and getting this name, right? It's here. So let's do a fail test. and then let's print out all arguments. Right, so that is the app path is that, and then the bin is empty, so it's actually is for in here. Right, and so now the thing is, if the bin is empty, well, in this case, I actually do not want the app info. How should I encode this? So the bin can be empty string. The reason is I default it over here. So if I do not do that, right? Oh, actually, that's also a problem over here. What if it cannot find the package JSON? This is no. It won't happen in our case, and even in the test, because this is run repo, and no matter what where I place over here, say this over here, I set the test to start in this no config folder. When it trace up, it will still find this package JSON. So I really can't test that case, but it is a problem here. So let's do this. Let's forget about this. Just make it just allow this to be its raw values, not doing any processing over here, simplified it. So meaning this can be undefined, this can be undefined. Okay, so that will create a bunch of problems. All right, and then if this is string, so meaning no, hold on. That wouldn't work because this is the app path. This is the app path where the code is being executed, and it can be a server level deep. But what I want is get where the package JSON is, and then from there get the parent path. So that means over here I need to get the JSON path back here. Or maybe say directory, right? Directory name of pjson path. Okay, let's see what I get. I should. Yep, I got this. Okay. So that's good. Just take a look at one more time. So this is the case that where both of them are undefined, right? When both of them are undefined, when this is not, will fall in here, and then Yeah, so let's expand this. If there is a name, I'm going to just return it because it's likely to be wrong because there's no bin. Well, I just preserved the existing logic. Else would return directory name of no the name not ext name. How do I get the not the extension path? The first I can split and get the last one, but shit. Path the base name. Okay, base name and get the directory. Okay, so that should return true. That should fix it. Oh no, it did not. Hmm. That's interesting. Base name, yeah, I return a no name. I am returning no name. Then version name. Okay, so that pass. Make sure everything pass. Yeah, this is getting undefined. So on that now is about here. Right, so then this is say.name. The name should always be there, I guess, but the version would be state.version or empty string. All right. So now that all of that passed, let me just make sure just run everything. It should be fine. When it's fine, I scope it back to the build CLI test, and then oh, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's one. It should be the single bin. Yes, it should be 1, 2, 3. String bin, single bin. Is there another one? No bin. What is the other one? We received satisfy version 1, but I received undefined no bin. Oh, I took the no bin one. Because I took it away. Right. Okay. So let's save all this. There should be another test that was that's failing, and then let me also fix that one. Then we can get to the code that I was looking at. Oh, the no bin is correct. Should be one. Oh, okay. Yeah. So this is no. Let's call it no nothing. right? Instead of no name, no nothing, you have nothing. It's empty, completely empty. And so this also no nothing, and this will be no nothing. Let's see. All right, I have no visual difference. Satisfy empty string but get undefined. The bin is become, yeah, it's this no bin thing. All right, this is undefined. That is fine. I can do that. Just make sure it passes because no bin really doesn't have bin. And on this satisfy function, I think I can also just remove it, because it doesn't exist, right? So all right, so let's see. That should clean up all the stuff, make all the tests pass. Yep. And so now here, right, I want to see what if I do this, which test fail, and then go back to look, does that test actually make sense, right? Because I have a test case for that and it was passing, writing it that way. But now when I look at it, is why don't I use the name, right? By looking at the code, that makes sense, right? So let's take a look. Yeah, this received nothing. So exit when no bin is in package.json. So it didn't fail. What happened is it didn't fail. So when it is no bin, which can be the case for the things I was talking about when you try to do it locally, and then in your root package.json, it's a monorepo, it doesn't have name, it doesn't have bin. And so in that case, it should not exist. So the test is actually invalid. So I can remove that, right? So that's how it goes, right? Sometimes you think about a test case at the beginning, and then you write it, code it, and you thought it is working, but you know that when you think about it in different angle, it turns out that assumption was wrong, right? And that's exactly what happened here. Okay, all of these tests passed. That I don't have to wait for it. It's just a simple refactoring. So what can I say over here? This is nothing, this is nothing, and that's something. No name receive empty, no, not empty name string. No name if package JSON receive folder name as folder as name. Okay, and then this is just get version, no version receive empty. That's kind of just a check, just extra check. So yeah, so fix no name and or no bin uses folder name. Well, uses project folder name. Okay. Oh, there's something unsafe. All right. So that's that. Cool. So that take care of these. So let's just look at the test one more time. So it exit if the call is not listed in bin, yes. If no name, use the folder, and then it get the name and get the version. And then the next things I want to add is get description. Right. So this will get description, and I can do this. Description to be a single bean app. Okay, and then I'm going to fix that and say description a single bean app. And then over here, I'm going to add description to be state dot description or empty string. Description. Oh, string or undefined. Okay. Oh. And then in this state, also want to description app info description. If this is option, now I have to, yeah, I would add both of them in here. Description, so the user can specify the description, and then the app state will also description. You can see that right now my app state and the option used by the CLI is the same, but it can diverge later on, and I don't want to you know, well, yeah, mess with it. I can over here I can also say options and then some additional stuff and add that in, right? So but for now I'll keep it as is, right? Until we'll see what else should be there. It should be, that's it, that's all we need. Yeah, so now the test pass. How surprising. So this will no description is empty, well received empty. Okay, still say it. All right. So feature add get and load description. All right. Cool. So it's already an hour. So but we made some good progress over here. Damn it. Let's do some cleanup. Make sure that all the things are clean. All of this is in build CLI. It's okay. Because I need to continue to work on this. Still a lot of functions that's waiting to be written, right? So I'm just leave it like that, and then call it the end of this video. So hope you enjoyed this, and this is some code that I am pretty familiar with, and it's in TypeScript, so you can see I work a lot faster in this language. So in the next one, well, right now I will switch over to do the lambdas, and but we'll definitely get back to this and continue working on it. So until then, we'll see you next time. And actually, if you are here, we'll see you in a bit. All right, bye-bye. All right, bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. I know you can still hear me, but I forgot to turn off my mic, but it's okay. And we'll see you. Bye.